Hello, everyone, and welcome to Future Educators Talk. I am your co-host, Damian Anderson.
And I'm Andrew Fretch. As you can see, our brand new co-host, if you haven't known by now, Mr. KJ Johnson II is not here with us on today, but don't you worry, he will be back for the next episode.
Yes, he will. So before we dive into this episode, how are you doing today, Andrew? How are you
I'm
feeling?
I'm doing all right. I am. It's Friday. Well, I know many people out there are celebrating their Friday, but unfortunately for me, I'm not celebrating my Friday. It's because I have to work tomorrow. So tomorrow will be my Friday because I have Sunday and Monday off. So it's not really my Friday, unfortunately.
All right. So that's good. Um, well, but I'm quite doing okay. I'm just trying to like I said, I believe in the preseason episodes, just trying to be keeping myself busy during this time, during
Hmm.
this global pandemic. You just
Right.
really need to be taking care of yourself as possible. That's um, because it really is important to take care of
Hmm.
yourself, you guys. It really is. So please do that. But without all of that, this episode, you guys, we have this is our second guest for this season. And I am so excited to have this person back on. We had this person back on season one
Yes,
of the
yes,
podcast.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, she did an amazing job during our first season. She is actually our very first guest when we actually started Future Educators Talk.
Yes.
So it's it's just amazing. So please welcome back our very own special guest. Please welcome back our special guest, Miss Damaya. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yes, you are.
Anderson.
Yes, Miss Damaya Anderson. And while we're getting her connected, hello, Damaya. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I am doing well. I am doing well. Thanks for coming back on to our podcast, Future Educators Talk. We are so glad to have you
Yes.
back on.
No problem.
So, to give everyone a refresher of who you are and to our new listeners, because I know you
Mhm.
because you're my sister, why don't you give us a just a little background of who Miss Demaya Anderson is? Just tell us about yourself, if you don't mind.
Gladly. As y'all don't can tell, my name is Damian Anderson. I'm currently a freshman at college at Dallas State Community College here in Tricky, Tennessee. Um, I'm sorry. What I want to do is to become an interior designer, which is something I really love to do. And another thing is I make videos on TikTok, which is really fun. But yeah, that's something about me.
Right, that's
Right.
good.
Yes, yes. Interior designer, yes. Yes, yes. So my first question is, what have you been doing since the first season, since your last interview, your first interview with Future Educators Talk? So what have you been doing all this time?
Well, to be honest, I haven't done anything. Just be really just preparing to go to college and been listening to you guys, which is
Hmm.
amazing.
Hmm.
So
Oh, thank you. Thank you for listening and for listening to us. I really appreciate that. So you said that you want to become interior designer. So I want to know, and to our listeners as well, I want to know what inspired you to want to become an interior designer in the first place.
Yeah. I really loved watching like home kind of shows like Probably Brothers, Listed or Love It, whatever it's called, and Fixer Upper. And also there's a app of Probably Brothers that I've been playing recently. And another thing is that I love seeing how they build the house, decorating, making it look delicate and pretty. So that's something that I really love to do.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
That's good. So do you, you said, well, do you be watching those kind of shows, to get a, inspiration of what you want to possibly do in the future?
Not gonna lie, I have not yet, but in the meantime, I will, just to give a heads up of it and see how they get the house look really nice and how they build it and stuff like that. So make sure to watch it.
Yes, because those are some good shows that you just mentioned. I love those shows right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, so is that one? If I can speak on today, so is that something that you want to major in, like soon as you get, once you graduate from community college?
Yes, that is something I want to do after college.
Okay. So, I will make sure to contact you in case I need to build my dream home.
Yes, same with me as well. Same with me as well.
Okay.
Yes.
I got you.
So here's what I want to ask you here, because we had you back on season 1 to give some advice for high school seniors, the 2020 high school seniors, and we appreciate that of you giving us advice for that. So I want to know this advice from you, like any advice or tip. What is your best tip or advice or info for how we can make this world a better place for our children to live in? Because, schools are reopening back up, and they have to stay at home or possibly go back to the building. And then, quite some don't even have homes. They're, possibly homeless out on the streets. So I want to know, like, what is your advice to parents, to educators, and students of how can we make this world a better place for them to live in and for them to feel safe?
Mm-hmm.
Good question. First thing is to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe, then you're not gonna make it. I'm sorry to have to say that, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
And another thing is something I literally say every single day is to be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself, be kind to other people, and most importantly, be kind to God, because you wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Him. So always remember that. Be kind to God, be kind to yourself, and be kind to others, because today in this world is really bad, it's struggling. So just need to know that we need to come together, love one another, and have faith, and be kind to one another.
Yep, that's right. That is absolutely right. And of course, during this time right now, you got the pandemic, you got police shootings, you got riots, looting. So you got all of those things that's going on right now. And, it's really important that, we're all in this together. We will get through this. Yes. And like she said again, be kind each other. There's no hate in this world. We don't hate each other. Hate is not in the vocabulary, in our vocabulary, actually. How you gonna say you hate something and you don't know what they've been through? You don't know, stuff like that. So again, that good advice right there.
Yes, absolutely good advice right there, and I love that too. And Ellen DeGeneres, she says that in every episode of her talk show, be kind to one another. I just don't, and I believe I did an episode of this on my podcast, Damian Talks Education. It is not, I don't get it. It is not that hard, you guys, of being kind to each other. It's really not in loving each other, especially during this time, you guys, and this global pandemic, with the Black Lives Matter movement, the protests, all of this. We all, you guys, need to come together as Americans. And we have to work this out. I want some change to happen in this world. I really am. And I'm going to be completely honest. I am sad of this country right now. I am really sad of how it is right now. It's horrible. It's really
Right.
horrible. I'm really sad of living in this right now. I really am. So moving on. My next question to you, Damian, is since, we're all stuck at home right now, I want to know what has been the most important thing that you have learned about yourself since being stuck at home with me, of course.
Yes. One thing that I learned the most about me is to not be afraid. So I'm going to tell y'all a little story. Okay. There's this guy that I like for a while now, but I'm over him now. And I was afraid to tell him that I like him because I was too scared, too nervous, afraid of what he was going to say after I'll tell him. So I listened to my friend because she gave me some advice of just go for it. That was the main thing she told me, just go for it. So I did. After I texted her, I told my crush that I like him, but apparently it go the way that I want him. But we're still friends to this day. So to tell everyone out, just to not be scared, just go for it because you never know what you're going to expect, what's going to happen.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. I think there's a phrase for that. I believe, shoot your shot, basically. So, because you never know what might happen. So go for it.
Exactly.
The ball is in your court. All you have to do is just shoot it. And if it falls in, there you go. Now, if it doesn't, rebound it and try again, or try on a different person, or, something like that.
Exactly. And with me there as well, I believe I talked about this on the season 4 premiere, where Andrew, he came up with this idea of starting this podcast with me, and he texted me saying that, do I want to do this podcast? And I was like, and back then, I wasn't speaking up as well as I am now. So, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Is it time for me to use my voice now? And to be honest, I'm glad I answered back to him saying, yes, I wanted to do this podcast because look at me now. I am growing. I really am, you guys. I am growing. I am speaking more now than I have ever been for the last couple of years of my school years, which I never speak of. But you have to take risk in life, I mean, that's the only way that you can possibly, to me, succeed is to take risk. That's the truth right there. You have to take risks in life. If you want something done, you want something to happen, go for it. Don't be like she said, don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. So that's all I have to say here. I'm not trying to preach on this episode here, but take risks.
Look, you might as well. You might as well. Because you're talking about take risk in your life. Look, we can have an hour episode on this. So, again, take risks in your life because, again, y'all. Let me tell you something. Back then, because I don't know if I told y'all or not, but when I first bought my car, the trials and the tribulations, I had to save up money, which means I had to work the days that I was off in order to get that car. You know, I got that car, which I no longer have, but that's just to show you that I had to take risks, that I had to save money in order to get that car. And let me tell you something, when I got that car back in November of last year, y'all, let me tell you something. I almost cried because I worked hard and saved enough money. That's just to show you the risk that, I have made. And here I am now with another brand new car, about 5 months in with a little bit brand newer car, still making car payments and stuff like that. But again, that's just to show you, take risk in your life. Yes. You always have to take risk. Yes. I've seen so many TikTok videos where some people had to work 2 jobs in order to get the dream car of their dream car. Yes. And so that's just another way that they taking risks. Yeah. They may be tired, they may be frustrated, but hey, they want their dream car, they're gonna go get it. They're gonna go for it.
Exactly. So you guys listen to that advice right there. Take risk in life. Okay, just take risk.